So I already said this was gonna happen. I made previous videos on this, and this is where we're at now. I don't know why people are surprised. If I'm not even a big YouTuber or none, I'm pretty sure there's other people talking about it. But look at this, bruh. Ubisoft has this article, or somebody made an article on TechSpot made an article on Ubisoft that says basically, I'm not gonna go into the full details of this. I'll read a little bit of it, but actually, let me read a little bit right now. People who forked over cash for the crew claim Ubisoft snatched away the ability to access a game they rightfully purchased. When trying to fire it up upon Ubisoft Connect, they're greeted with a message stating you no longer have access to this game. Why not check the store to pursue your adventure? AKA go buy something else. The game has also been moved to its own section in the library called Inactive Games. Apparently you can still launch it, but that only plays a stripped down demo version. So we have an online only game, right? Remember this, The Crew is an online only game that has single player, aka if you remember Battleborn, it's the same thing that happened with that game. It's an online only game but had single player. Well, I don't know why you can't make these games offline so people can play their story modes or whatever, but clearly they can. If you can play the demo version, why can you play the demo version of the game if it's an online only game? It doesn't matter. Why the demo's not online only? Make the goddamn actual game online only. Nope, fuck it. We're not gonna do that. So, what this basically says is, however much money you spent on the crew, it don't matter if you got it way later for $5 or if you got it launched for $60, however much it costed. That means in the end, you rented the game. It don't matter how long you had it, you rented the game, and now your game is taken away from you. I would be furious at this. Me personally, I'd be hot. I already fucking hate Ubisoft with a passion. I was never a biggest fan of them. I played the original Assassin's Creed. I like Altair. I never finished the games. I never finished any Assassin's Creed game, but Altair was my favorite character. Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, multiplayer was really fun, because it was really unique. I still haven't played the game to have multiplayer like that. Really cool. Black Flag was pretty good too. Other than that, no, I don't care about the series. And I still don't care to come back. No matter how good the first game is, or Black Flag, I still don't want to come back to that series. The other game they had that I really liked, the only game I can say Ubisoft had that I really enjoyed a fuck ton was Immortals Phoenix Rising. And they canceled the sequel. So the one time they made something really unique, we're gonna cut that. We're done with it. I'm like, alright, fuck y'all. That's all I say. That's all I gotta say to them is, fuck y'all, I'm done. And I never came back, I don't feel anything. This pisses me off more for the fact that they're legit ripping your game for you. And then you got the CEO saying we need to get comfortable with not owning our games, but y'all want to charge us fucking more. I'm not gonna pay. Games used to be 60 during the 360 era and most of the PS4, or I guess throughout the PS4 era. Now games are 70. They're not getting any better. Yeah, they're adding better graphics. That's like the one thing I could definitively say. But I'm somebody that don't give a shit about graphics. I used to play Minecraft. Minecraft does not look good. If you show most people Minecraft, it's garbage graphically. I don't give a shit. I don't care. That's just me. I don't know how many people do care. I guess enough do. But they want to say, oh, the marketing and all this. I was like, yeah, marketing does go drive up costs. Y'all choosing to put out this much marketing, and then there's some games that just don't get marketed at all, or I just don't see ads. Maybe it's because I have YouTube Premium and the ads are only on YouTube, but I don't see the banner ads on the side of sites or nothing for any of these games. I don't see it on Twitch ads, nothing. I don't understand. Like, there's just some games you market, some games you don't, and then on top of it, like Battleborn barely got marketing. That was an example. But that's not an excuse. That's the problem. This is my problem with it. There is no excuse for them to be charging this, but they'll say, yeah, marketing games cost more to make, which is undoubtedly true. Overall, games cost more to make. I know that. But y'all have been saving in different areas. On top of that, y'all have, like before, there was no DLC at one point in games, or there was really light DLC. It was more of like an expansion pack, basically, or map pack, stuff like that. So DLC was relatively light. There was no microtransactions really yet. The first game I remember of microtransactions, personally, I'm not saying it is the first. My first experience with microtransactions was, I think, Gears of War 3, where you would buy camos for your guns. And I think it was like $2 or $3, which I'll easily say is worth it if that is the price. Because some of the patterns were cool, and then they were the first game I saw with animated camos too. But that being beside the point, y'all are making money for doing microtransactions with DLC, with special editions, which we're not going to be able to ever get the stats on about how many of what was gotten. We just know how much the game sold overall, usually if they just do an earnings call. But besides all of those, digital is another thing. They act like they don't want. They act like we're stupid. Like games, digital, you don't have to worry about printing out as many discs as you used to before, or making as many cases, whatever it is, however you decide to do it. Something that's very small that adds up though, because yeah, remember, even let's say 1 cent. Let's say it costed 1 cent. It doesn't, but let's say it costs 1 cent to make a strategy guide. Not strategy guide, an instruction booklet for a game. From what I can tell, games don't even come with those anymore. Like, you will pay a full-on, like, your games used to come with a thick-ass instruction manual and show you a bunch of things. Like, I remember getting Smash Bros. Brawl, being in my car going home with my mom. I remember being in the back reading it. It showed you the characters' move sets and what the moves did for, like, every character in the game, at least that you started with. And I was like, shit, that was a lot. Now I'm looking at it now. The instruction book, if a game has one, at one point they were doing them digital. I think Battlefield 3, the first game I saw, they started doing them digital. Those like in the game. Now, I don't even think games have them. They got options. The game just tutorializes you, which drags down the game to some degree. Because like a game having a long ass tutorial makes me want to not play it. This is the reason I never went back to try to replay Pokemon Sun and Moon. The first fourth of the game is a tutorial. I'm not going through that again. And part of the second part, so damn near 30% of the game's a tutorial. But, I digress. Ubisoft pisses me off already. I already don't like the company. This only makes me dislike them more. I've been called that we're going to be renting games. So, if you want to do that, that's the future. Even if you buy a game physically, if it's online, it don't matter. If you're on PC, you're kind of fucked, sadly. Like, because games are just digital. Like, it's overall going to be bad because all games seem like they're starting to go towards this online only for the most part. We got things, I think Baldur's Gate isn't online only. I don't understand. Like, we got games like Helldivers selling for $40 and blowing the fuck up. And I know people are going to try to copy it at some point. I was like, y'all ain't going to be able to do it the same. We already know. It's dumb. But I digress. I'm just going to stop right here because I'm just going to get to rambling and be pissed off. So I hope y'all enjoyed this. Let me know what you think. But it's Kingsden, and we out, bruh.